You've done so much to create awareness about Fairy Ring. Frisky Fairy Ring Friday is that's a good one. And this is one of those diseases that I think everybody, that likes this kind of Root Docs miniseries is going to listen to. And it can be very challenging to manage. I mean, this, not to say controlling dollar spot is easy.
Right.
But this is a different beast. And, as you said, over 60 different organisms can cause this. Right. With that, all those organisms could have different sensitivities to temperature, different sensitivities to what fungicides we use. Correct. And I'm sure that plays into why this is so difficult.
Right. You mentioned the hashtag Frisky Fairy Ring Friday, which happens on Twitter, and I have to give credit also to Dr. Derek Settle and Dr. Henry Wetzel. The three of us kind of came up with this together years ago. I think one of the first tweets is about that, and it's been kind of fun to post fairy ring pictures every Friday from all over the world, and some of them are just really fun to look at, the mushrooms and things, but there's also a serious point of view from those posts on damaged turf and then conversations that take place after that, or folks sharing what they're doing to manage fairy ring. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been educational. Hopefully I think it's been very helpful as well. But you mentioned the Basidiomycete species, and you're spot on. I've seen fairy ring symptoms in the winter months, the cold tolerant fungal species, Basidiomycete species. In the spring, there's certain species. In the summer, there's certain agaricus and other species, marasmius, that really like hot, humid weather. And then there's other Basidiomycetes that'll thrive in the cooler temperatures. And we don't know, unfortunately, if you take 50 to 60 of those species, maybe there's 10 to 12 most common, but we really don't have sensitivities to all of them. We assume because they're all Basidiomycetes that they're kind of sort of probably all susceptible to the same groups and classes of fungicides, but we don't know for sure. And that may cause some issues. Let me just take a step back with fungicides. And Jesse, as you know, there's many fungicides now available for managing fairy ring. Where going back to the 90s, there was only one that was developed for it specifically. That was the active ingredient flutalonil, and it was the name ProStar, as you're aware. That was your legacy company's active ingredient, ProStar WP wettable powder. Then it became a WG. So the flutalonil active ingredient was very effective at managing fairy ring. And then since then, there's many other fungicides have been labeled for fairy ring. But you're right, the environmental conditions, the soil, the root zone, sandy soil, thatch, organic matter, there's so many factors that play a role in managing fairy ring. And these environmental factors and edaphic soil root zone factors, they're all going to play a role in the success or failure of a fairy ring management program.